Welcome back. I am so glad that you've joined me. I've really been enjoying our time together with the whole I Know Who I Am online encouragement. Like I told you, this might not be a course where you've had a lot of homework, but I hope some of the things that we've been discussing have really helped you and encouraged you, because that's my role in life. It's one of the reasons I know I'm alive, and it's to help others celebrate their significance and the genius of God in them. God made you and he loves you. And when you know how lavishly loved you are, you're able to love other people accordingly. So today I just want to talk to you a little bit about celebrating others and loving other people. I really believe we need to love ourselves, and that source comes from God, who isn't just someone who loves, but God is love. And we get that source from him. And once we have it, we're able to give love the way he wanted us to. And you really can't love other people from an empty tank of love. You have to receive love from God, and then you're able to love others more liberally, more lavishly, because you've been loved. So it's an order thing. It's important for you to know and accept and celebrate yourself, and then celebrate and love other people. Let me read to you from chapter 13 of John, where Jesus is giving his disciples a new commandment. He goes and says in 34, "A new commandment I give you, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also are to love one another." Why? Because it's a witness. Listen, "By this all people will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another." You know, it's a real game changer if you can love other people because you love yourself and you love the source of love, which is God. And then you're able to say, "You go, girl," or you're able to celebrate someone else. And when you do that, you're able to keep the commandment that he's given you more readily. I want to just let you know that there is no reason to compete, and you can actually celebrate another person. So in Corinthians, I want to read from the Passion Translation, because no competition is needed, it says, for importance within the body. You don't need to do that. You can actually celebrate other people. Listen to this. You know, God is the head. Jesus is the head, and we are his body. So it's important, whether I'm a hand or a foot or an eye, that I know my place and I don't compete, but I celebrate the other person. Listen, this is chapter 12, verse 21. "It would be wrong for the eye to say to the hand, 'I don't need you.' And equally wrong if the head said to the foot, 'I don't need you.' In fact, the weaker our parts, the more vital and essential they are. The body parts we think are less honorable, we treat with greater respect. And the body parts that need to be covered in public, we treat with priority and clothe them. But some of our body parts don't require as much attention. Instead, God has mingled the body parts together, giving greater honor to the lesser members who lacked it. And he has done this intentionally so that every member would look after the others with mutual concern, and so that there will be no division in the body. In that way, whatever happens to one member happens to all. If one suffers, everyone suffers. If one is honored, everyone rejoices." Let me just pull out that last part. In that way, whatever happens to one member happens to all. If one suffers, everyone suffers. If one is honored, everyone rejoices. You know, I believe that when we are able to celebrate and honor another person, it causes the whole body to celebrate and rejoice. It's vital that you're able to celebrate other people. God made them uniquely. He created them before the foundation of the world. He had a plan for them, and we get to celebrate other people. It's one of the best ways I can think of to enjoy your own life, is to see the people that God placed around you and how he's actually gifting you with these people. The people around you are a gift from God, and so you can celebrate other people. "A new commandment I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another." And it goes on to say, "Love as I've loved you." And so it's really important that you receive this love first, and then do the order of secondly, you're able to love other people and celebrate them. You know, you have a lot of people around you, and maybe your focus is on how they annoy you, or how, you're just, "I want them around me. I want to get away from them." You know what? God has placed people in you just like rocks that are tumbled around, and they become more polished when other people are around you to kind of shave off something off you to make you more like Jesus and to make them more like Jesus as well. You are being polished by the people around you. Don't wish every one of them away. Actually begin to celebrate them and see what happens in their demeanor. See what happens to the people around you when someone hears you call out the gold in them rather than tripping over their dirt. When they see that whether they're acting appropriately or the way you like, you're willing and ready to love them. It's great to do. So I just want to encourage you with the fact that you don't have to compare yourself, you don't have to compete, and you get to celebrate God, yourself, and others. Bless you today. Let me pray for you. God, I pray that this individual right now would have a person that comes into their mind. Holy Spirit, bring a person to their mind that they can celebrate today. Maybe it's somebody that they've lived in animosity with. Maybe it's somebody that they've lost touch with. Maybe it's their spouse. Maybe it's a child. Maybe it's somebody in a coworker. But God, I ask for you to download a slide right now. Just give them a person that they can celebrate. And I pray, God, that this would be the first of many installments, that you'll continue to give them a person that they can celebrate, someone that they can call the gold out of, someone they can just love. And then, Lord, I pray that they would know they never run out of your love. The more they pour it out, the more you're going to continue to pour it into them. And so bless them today, God, as they go on this adventure of celebrating others. Okay, thanks for joining me. Good to see you. Bye.